Around 50 third graders from the Chattanooga School for the Arts and Sciences are doing their part to beautify their city. Frances McDonald is a third, fourth, and fifth grade art teacher at CSAS. She led the group's work on the Barton Avenue mural project. The new mural replaces an older work of art also painted by students.
There was a prayer mural on there that was painted by the kids from the Cobble Rec Center 6 years ago. It was another Allied's ABC grant sponsored building, and it was getting old and tattered looking, so we decided to replace it. There were people that thought it was graffiti, and it was really about underground life forms. It actually had a huge following, which I'm now hearing about. Oh, where did the bugs go? Where did my wall go? Yeah, it just got old and faded, and it was about time for something new. So I reapplied for the ABC grant and went over to CSAS where I'm teaching and said, I think it'd be really cool if our third graders did this.
The new mural is located on the corner of Baker and Barton and is titled My City 'Tis of Thee.
What we wanted to do was a choir of singing self-portraits. So we were fooling around and we were saying, okay, well, what if we did have a choir? What would we be singing about? And what are we actually doing out here? And we decided that we were about empowering ourselves, being citizens, okay? So if we were being citizens, then we could call it my city. Like, I own it. I am part of it. I don't get to vote. I don't get to drive, but I can own my city. And this is a good way to do it, is by painting stuff that everybody gets to see. And having a little control over what people see, especially when it's an emotional thing like visual arts, is a very powerful thing. So it becomes their city, thus my city, 'tis of thee. Instead of my country, where my city, 'tis of thee.
This isn't McDonald's first wall mural.
This is about the 30th wall I've done, and not all of them are as public as this one. But basically, I'll look for a good opportunity to do something, or somebody will call me and say, hey, can you fix this wall? And I'll look for the opportunity, then I'll look for a batch of children that would be appropriate, although I have worked with people with mental disorders, cancer patients, et cetera, other nonprofits. I decided that we needed to repaint the Barton Avenue, and I love that wall because when you're at the top of the scaffolding, it is the best place to own the city. It is so cool. You can look way up Barton Avenue. You can look downtown and see the whole city. It's really a great place to own. You're really king of the hill when you're up there.
And the wall is portable.
Well, and we've done a lot of construction boards, and there's always a question of, okay, how can we recycle this? Does the people who commission this work, do they want to recycle it? Can I place them somewhere? Should they go back to the schools? It's sort of a, where is the afterlife of the art?
What will the wall look like once the boards are removed?
It'll stay the color that you see now on either side of the mural. It's primed that color underneath. So we're going to take it out and move it, and it'll be blank. And hopefully everyone will say, oh, I want another mural.
The wall was done with no taxpayer funding.
Right. This is an ABC grant from Allied Arts, which is funded by, this particular grant is funded by Tennessee Arts Commission money. It's backed with a community foundation grant, and there's a whole lot of volunteer time from the parents, a lot of my volunteer time. We also had two facilitators, Dennis Palmer and John McLeod, who worked on this.
Student Willie Hodges discusses working on the wall.
I painted people, and we draw them first, then we colored them. You had to see how tall was your head from your chin, then you had to draw the head and the nose. I draw the nose and all that stuff. It was good because we helped our city look more better. It's awesome.
McDonald will soon be heading up a nonprofit called Mark Making. The wall is the first project of Mark Making.
It's a new nonprofit trying to stack as many wins as possible into the same thing. The basic idea is to offer visual arts education to children and adults who are, for whatever reason, out of the workforce. These projects serve to nourish a sense of citizenship and empowerment for the participating artists, and it helps them have the power to help define our visual landscape. Just like the mural we did, it's very important that people who do not have an impact on our city government or who have little control over what is going on in their lives, that they can impact what other people see. I think that's very important. Another good thing about Mark Making is that we'll be able to do everything from consulting with people to putting together public art projects. We will be able to offer our clients high quality, relatively inexpensive art because we use volunteer artists who are facilitated. It allows us to offer inexpensive art. And we'll also be providing job opportunities to artists who usually don't work collaboratively or don't work with different populations. It'll be great for them too.
She wants opinions on the project.
I would love to hear people's opinions. The only time I hear them is in the grocery store or walking down the street. Oh, I like the new wall. I get a little bit of feedback, and right now people are telling me the same thing, and I'm inviting everybody, please go to the blog. That way, if you have something bad to say, you can do it anonymously. But I'd really, really, really like some feedback on this. And Allied Arts wants feedback on their project, as does Tennessee Art Commission. So I'm assuming, just like every other public art project, it's very emotional. So there's usually some pretty strong opinions about what's going on out there. So this is a place to air them. And I'd really like some real explicit ideas about what people like. Mark making is there to serve the public, and we can't do so, or we will do so more efficiently if we're told what people want.
To do that, go online to childrenpaintchattanooga.com and click on Link to Blog on the upper left side of the page. For Around and About, I'm Julie Steele.
Around and About is a production of WUTC with contributions by the staff and volunteers of WUTC.